OdeeLoccSportsInfo here, back with another vid for you guys. Yeah, y'all, hit that subscribe, like, bell icon so y'all can be notified of this reel. Because y'all know, OdeeLoc keeps it real. Yeah, you guys, so I did a video, a few days ago, right? Saying why I was the only one talking about, the Earl Spence Jr. versus Ugas drug testing, right? And, since then, I've seen other channels talk about it, right? And they say, they seen it somewhere, and we already know where they seen it at, right? And I'm not going to get the credit. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. I know where you seen it at. You know where you seen it at. Because I was the only one who did a video on it, right? I proved that by going to Google, right? So I guess it gained traction, right? I guess it is gaining traction, right? Because Victor Conte, he has something to say about it now, right? And I was waiting on this. I was waiting when is Victor Conte gonna say something, right? Because this is very suspicious. So at least we know that Victor Conte, he's not being paid off by Al Heyman, right, to be quiet, right? At least we can say that. At least we can say that, right? But let's go and see what Victor Conte said. Let's see what the man said. All right? Chrome tab. Where is it at? Right here. And Victor Conte, we all know who he is, right? And this is what Victor Conte said. He said, boxing scribs are afraid to ask promoters about drug testing. Should the boxing world not know if Spence and Ugas are being tested? Memo, Guru Susins is highly suspicious with Ugas. Right? It's highly suspicious with Ugas. And this is from somebody else. He said the clean boxing program is underfunded. They'll probably test them just a few times. It's not the same during testing directly with VADA, something Spence hasn't done in some time. But look at what Victor Conte said. Right? So I guess what, the video I did, it started gaining traction. Right? It started gaining momentum. And, and now everybody there's going to, they're going to open up their eyes and be like, why in the fuck aren't we getting, some VADA testing out of these guys? Right? Like today is the 23rd. People, the fight is in a couple of weeks. The fight is in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And we haven't got nothing from nobody about nothing. So I guess the video I did, right, like even though, it got another channel, right, he got it from me, even though I know he got it from me, right? Right, like I got it from this, I got it from this other video I looked at, but I'm not, I'm going to leave that person anonymous. It's like, bro, just give me my shout out. Like, what's so hard about that? I don't understand that, right? Give me my shout out. I'll give you your shout out. But you know how shit go on YouTube, bro, right? Because they feel like they could take your shit, right? They could take your idea because you got a little channel. They could take your idea and they could just put it on their big channel. Then people think they came up with it, all right? This is what a lot of people do on YouTube. They take your stuff, right? Because I'm a smaller platform, so I don't get looked at. Shout out to Dirty Left. Man, what's up? What's good, brother? Man, top of the AM, or oh yeah, the top of the AM, or I don't know where you at. If you on the East Coast, down south, Midwest, West Coast. Yeah, but yeah though, man. But this is what they do. Like, like, hey, I don't have a problem with you taking my content. I don't have a problem with you getting an idea off me, because I get ideas off a lot of people. And when I get some content from them, I'm gonna give them a shout out. There's no problem with that. There's no problem with me. Right? Okay, Mile High. All right, man. Shout out to the Mile High, baby. Yeah, though, man. But Victor Conte, bruh. Now Victor Conte, he has caught on. Boxing scribs are afraid to ask promoters about drug testing. Should the boxing world not know if Spence and Ugas are being tested? Memo at Guru Susens is highly suspicious with Ugas. So Ugas according to Victor Conte, he highly suspicious too. Right? And like I said in my previous video, what up, IMO? Man, and like I said in my previous video, Ugas Ugas, he's not off the hook. Right? Because according to VADA, we don't know of Ugas Ugas taking a VADA test. Right? Did he take a VADA test versus Pacquiao? Right? Because he was a late replacement. See, now we have to think about that. He was a late replacement against Pacquiao. Did he take a fucking VADA test? Right? See, while you looking at the left hand, the right hand is doing something totally fucking different. Right? While you looking at the left hand, the right hand is over here working some magic. So think about this shit. Think about it. Pacquiao is training for a southpaw. Think about y'all got to think about how they fucked over Pacquiao just to get his name, right? Pacquiao is training for a southpaw. He's training for a southpaw, right? Who's not a counterpuncher like that. Yeah, I think Pacquiao was set up. It was the last fight. Exactly, bro. It was the last fight on his contract. They needed his name. That's all it was. They needed his name to try to sell the Ugas Ugas versus Earl Spence Jr. fight, because they already knew that fight was going to be next. They already knew that Spence wasn't going to go after no Crawford. Bro, like Al Heyman, he think he a chess match, but it's like, bro, I'm on to your shit, Al. I'm on to your shit. Bro, you set up Pacquiao. Also, y'all got to understand that Mayweather is in this shit with Al Heyman, and Mayweather hates Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather don't like Pacquiao. That's a fact. He don't like Pacquiao. Right? So y'all got to think about how they set up Manny Pacquiao. Right? They talking about PED test, PED test, PED test. Everybody distracted. Right? He's training for a southpaw in Earl Spence Jr., who's not a great counterpuncher. Right? Who's not a great counterpuncher. Right? He's training for a southpaw who's not a great counterpuncher. They distracting you with PED, 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 PED. Even though Earl Spence Jr. and Manny Pacquiao signed up for VADA at the same fucking time, right? Manny Pacquiao is taking VADA. Manny Pacquiao is in VADA. Manny Pacquiao is getting tested, right? And then what happened? A week, 2 weeks before the fight, they pull out Earl Spence Jr., say he got an eye injury. Nobody questions if Ugas Ugas has been getting drug tested, VADA drug tested. Plus, Ugas Ugas is a fucking orthodox fighter who's a good counterpuncher. Totally different style. And y'all don't think Pacquiao got set up? And y'all don't think that Pacquiao got set up? Man, the writing's on the wall, buddy. Baby, the writing is on the wall. What Al Heyman them did to that man, to Manny. And y'all want Terrence Bud Crawford to go over there and get strung out like that? Hell no. Hell no. They didn't have drug testing for Ugas until 2 weeks out from the Pacquiao fight. Oh, okay. So they had drug testing. They had drug testing? Because I don't remember nothing about him. Yeah, no. But meantime, Ugas not. Yeah, bro. Like, because I don't have no recollection of Ugas being tested. Right? Because nobody was talking about, is Ugas being tested, you know, when he fight Manny Pacquiao? Is Ugas being tested? Is Ugas Ugas taking VADA? No. Nobody said nothing. Everybody was focused on Earl Spence Jr. eye injury. That's what I remember. But hey, I could be wrong. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was focused on too. That's what I was focused on too. So I could be totally wrong. But Dirty Left. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this is crazy. Then y'all don't, man, boxing is corrupt as fuck. And y'all don't think that Manny Pacquiao, he knows this now? Manny Pacquiao, he figured it out. Right? But that's what you get, Manny. See, by me saying all of that, that's what the fuck you get, Manny Pacquiao. Right? Right? Because you could have took the $20 million. Right? Because you could have took the $20 million and fought fucking Terrence Bud Crawford and had a fair fight. You could have took the $20 million, but your ass heard it was 50, then you went up to 40. You heard it was $50 million in the pot, and your ass went up to $40 million, Pacquiao, and you played your fucking self, right? You played yourself to get played by the PBC. You see how karma works? Karma works like a fucking instant. Man, you played yourself with Terrence Bud Crawford, and the PBC played you. Facts. Yeah, man, he had time to cycle off with the Earl Spence fight on. Exactly, bro. He had a lot of time to circle off Ugas. Man, now we got to think about this stuff now. Now we a couple of weeks out of the fight with Earl Spence Jr. and Ugas Ugas, and we haven't heard nothing about no VADA testing, even though Earl Spence Jr. is the WBC fucking champion. He's the WBC champion, right? I thought they are part of the clean boxing program. I thought they supposed to get tested 365 randomly. Knock that shit off. Right? And I said this probably 2-3 years ago, that clean boxing program, random drug testing shit is bullshit. It's bullshit, right? It's straight up bull. Facts, Dirty Left. Facts, bro. This is crazy though, man. But it all comes out, man. Now you can only hold so much stuff in the dark for so long, right? It's all starting to come out. Your playbook is being exposed, Al. Your playbook, your chess moves are being exposed. That's why you going broke. That's why the PBC can't turn a profit, because you don't want to put, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be honest. I mean, not even an honest businessman. Like, you don't even want to put on the fights we want to fucking see. You want to give us bullshit, mediocre bullshit. Man, it was a setup from the jump, Dirty Left. Man, it was a setup from the jump. You got to think about it. Pacquiao signed only a 3-fight deal. And one of those fights was supposed to be with Mayweather. Remember, one of those fights was supposed to be with Mayweather. It was supposed to be a rematch with Mayweather. Right? Because I'm pretty sure that Manny Pacquiao would have never went over there and signed with the PBC if it wasn't a Floyd rematch on the table. Right? To make that type of money again. Of course he went over there for that. But at the same time, Manny Pacquiao, you got to look in the mirror. See, now don't you see how my channel is? Don't y'all see how my channel is? I hold everybody accountable. Everybody is held accountable on this fucking platform. Everybody is held accountable. Right? Yes, they fucked over Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao fucked over himself too. By being greedy. By being greedy. Right? Because he didn't make no $20 million versus Ugas. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. He didn't make no 20 mil, but he wanted 40 for Crawford. $40 million to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. And all you have to do is just talk to Crawford, be like, hey, bro, like, I know you gonna win this fight, but just don't beat the shit out of me. That's all you have to do to Crawford, right? And Crawford would have coasted with your ass like he did with Sean Porter. He would have coasted with you, right? He wouldn't have let you win, though. No, Pacquiao, no. You probably would have hit the ground a couple times, right? But he wasn't going to let you win. But he would, bro, like he would have probably took it a little easy. Why? Because he know you older. And he regards you as a legend. So he probably wouldn't have did you that dirty, right? You his biggest payday, right? And it's like you passing on the torch to him. So he probably, bro, like, hey, shit, I'm just looking how he did Porter. I'm just looking at how Terrence Bud Crawford did Porter. He could have knocked out Porter in the first round. This is what people don't he could have destroyed Porter in the first 5 rounds, but he coasted with his friend. Coasted with his friend. He coasted. The same thing that Mayweather did with McGregor. The same fucking thing. The same fucking thing. Like, people, they actually think that McGregor could beat Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was coasting with this dude. He was... Floyd could have knocked his ass out as soon as they... Bing! Ding, ding, ding. Come on, bro. First 2 minutes. It wouldn't even been a contest. But no, he coasted with him, put on a great sparring clinic, let McGregor get in some nice shots so the crowd can be, ooh, McGregor, ooh, ah, ooh. And then what happened in the 10th round? Just poured it on, and the referee jumped in. Come on. And what I make? What, $300 million, $200-some million, and what, McGregor make $100-some million for a good sparring session? Why? Because that's all it was, a good sparring session. That Floyd Mayweather could have ended at any time. Facts. Ugas had 6 weeks to cycle off. He knew the fight back on. Exactly, bro. Man, like, they already knew what was going to happen. They knew they was going to pull Earl Spence Jr. out of that fight. They knew they was going to pull him out of that fight. They knew. So they like, we got to try to build up Ugas Ugas' name, right? So what better way to try to build up Ugas Ugas' name by having him beat Manny Pacquiao? Right? By having him beat Manny Pacquiao, all right, Earl Spence, they probably paid Earl Spence some money to, like to step up out of that. You would probably never hear about it, but they probably gave, Earl Spence Jr. like, hey, bro, man, but say you got an eye injury, say whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to give you this meal. Man, I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you let Ugas Ugas, fight him, build up his name, and then you go and take that belt from Ugas Ugas. Right? Man, because we got to stretch this shit out. Period. We have to stretch it out on the PBC. We have to stretch it out because we're running out of recycled ass fights. We are running out of recycled fights. We're running out. Right? So we got to stretch this shit out as long as possible. And the next ones up is Stationis and Butev and should Jerron Boots in this because he might as well be signed to the PBC. You're on Showtime. You might as well be signed to the PBC. You're on Showtime. So, hey, you might as well be signed to the PBC, in my opinion. Right? Because we all know that the guy with Showtime, Schaefer, I think it's Schaefer, something like that, works with Al Heyman extensively. Tank be on Showtime. All the Charlos on Showtime, right? Wilder was on Showtime. Earl was on. I mean, come on, bro. They all on Showtime. He might as well be signed to the PBC. Right? It doesn't matter who your promoter is or none of it. Bro, Al Heyman is running your shit now, bro. It don't matter who your manager is or none of that. Al Heyman running your shit now. Boots. Al Heyman is controlling your dates. He controlling all that stuff, right? If you want to fight on this date and he want to fight on, like if you want to fight on this date and Al Heyman can put on something on that date, bro, you not getting that date. You getting pushed to the side and he gonna put what he want to put on that date. So I don't, bro, facts is Ugas is under contract. Yeah, man, but Ugas, he with the PBC. Come on, like, all these guys are with the PBC. All of them are with the PBC. Then they keep on talking about, oh man, but Boots, he need to fight. Boots need to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. Boots need to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. Well, tell Showtime to send Terrence Bud Crawford an offer. Right? Because he's a free agent. He don't have a promoter. Tell Showtime to send Terrence Bud Crawford an offer. And we already know that offer is going to have to be at least $6 million. Because that's what he made in his last fight. So do people think that Showtime is going to give up probably $7 million, right? Because Boots, he probably only get $1 million or something, right? $7-8 million for Terrence Bud Crawford to take on Boots. So people actually think that Showtime is going to give up that type of money. No, it's not going to fucking happen. If you've been following boxing this long, you know it's not going to happen. Right? So for all the people that saying, oh man, like Boots, he'll beat Boots, he need to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. Well, tell Showtime to send Terrence Bud Crawford an offer. And it has to be at least $6 million. Or 4. No, let's just go with his average, 4, right? $4 million. It has to be at least 4. Right? Even though all these PBC dudes is getting 1 mil, 1.5, right? The max 2. Guaranteed, right? With a pay-per-view upsell. Come on, bro. Stop playing these games. Stop playing these games, right? And if you guys don't know, Terrence Bud Crawford has been elevated to super champion, right, at 147, meaning he can go up or down. He can fight Taylor or the winner of Castano Jamel, right? And we already know that Jamel, he done got the heads up about that. That's why he don't want him to come up there to 154, right? Because let's just say Jermell Charlo beats Castano, right? Jermell Charlo beats Castano. He's going to have all 4 belts, right? Now, here come little old Terrence Bud Crawford coming on up to 154, right? You have to take me on. What is Jermell Charlo going to do? Is he going to fight Terrence Bud Crawford, or is he going to look like the fucking pootie tat that he is and vacate the belt like Al Heyman is going to tell him to do, right? Because that's exactly what the fuck is going to happen. Al Heyman is going to tell him, hey, pootie tat, yeah, I did see a pootie tat, right? Pootie tat, you got to vacate that belt. You know why? Because you can't give Terrence Bud Crawford access to all 4 of these fucking belts. We don't have enough confidence in you, buddy. And if I was a fighter, I'll be pissed off. You don't have no confidence in me, right? Because that's basically what Al Heyman is telling these. I mean, come on, that's basically what he's telling them. I don't have no confidence in you. I don't think you can win. So I'm not willing to take that fucking risk. Right? That's basically what he's telling them. They don't even see it though that way. They don't even get it that way. They just looking at the money. Oh yeah. No, bro. No. He don't have no confidence in you. He don't think you can beat Terrence Bud Crawford. He don't think none of y'all can beat Terrence Bud Crawford. Right? Because if he did, he would have been sent some of y'all over there to take that fucking belt. He would have been sent y'all over there, right? To take that belt. Why? Because shit, having all 4 belts on the PBC is better than having 3. Right? Shit, the last time I checked, 4 is more than 3. So if Al Heyman had, confidence in his fighters, he would have been sicked them on Terrence Bud Crawford. Hey, you, Jermell, go and get that fucking belt. Spence, go and get that belt. Hey, check this out. Go and get that fucking belt. I have confidence in you. You can whoop his ass. Go and get the belt. But come on. Like, the writing is on the wall. Al Heyman, like, hey, check this shit out. You not fighting him, right? Because he gonna knock you the fuck out, and then all 4 of them belts is leaving with him, and he's a free agent with a fucking undisputed free agent. Think about it. You think Al want that shit to happen? Terrence Bud Crawford, no promoter, nobody over his head, with 4 belts. Oh my God, this man demanding 20 million. Y'all know that. I want 20 mil. Period. I want 20 mil to fight. I want 25 mil to fight. And what they gonna have to do? Pay him. right? Especially the PBC, because the PBC at 147 is straight sewer juice without those fucking belts. That's the only thing that's holding them afloat is the belts at 147 at the PBC. We all know it, right? Because what have they done? All of those welterweights, what have they done? They've been at 147 their whole fucking career. All of them. Except for Danny. Danny moved up. Well, Earl, he moved down, right? Danny moved up, Earl moved down. And who else? Adrian Broner, he moved up. Even though I think he should have stayed at 140. I think that was his, best weight. He should have stayed at 140, in my opinion. AB would have been dominant, in my opinion. But, yes. AB? Who, Mikey? Who? What is all this heavy lifting that people talking about Earl Spence Jr. doing? Danny ain't beat nobody at 147. Nobody. Sean Porter, what? Gave Earl Spence Jr. one of the toughest fights he had at 147. Sean Porter, the football player, the dirty fighter with the headbutts. Even though we seen who was the dirty fighter in that fight, right? We seen who was the dirty fighter. We seen who will stoop to all levels to win a fight. Right? After telling somebody else not to fight dirty, right? And then as soon as they jab ain't working no more, it's time to punch up somebody nuts. Ooh-wee. Naughty in that house. What up, famo? Man, what up, brother? Yeah, man, we just exposing, like what Victor Conte said. Like, let's go back and read it again. He said, boxing scribs are afraid to ask promoters about drug testing. Should the boxing world not know if Spence and Ugas are being tested? Memo at Guru Susens is highly suspicious with Ugas. Right? And we all remember that I just did, a video a few days ago exposing that I was the only one on Google, right, with a video on this. I'm pretty sure, it's several videos now, right? I'm pretty sure it's several videos now. But I was the only one on here with Google, and I proved that. So I guess it started gaining traction, right? And then when the bigger channels catch on and they start reporting on it, then, then people start, listening. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And they start asking questions. So, hey, it's a great question to ask. They fight on what, the 16th? Shit, today is the 23rd? Come on. Shit, we got what, like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks? Less than a month? What up, brother? Schools of Skills. What up, brother? Yeah, man, we just exposing Earl Spence Jr. and Ugas, not being drug tested. And everybody trying to figure out, right? Look, because these reporters and all these people are scared to ask the promoters, like, what's up with drug testing? They scared to ask the boxer, like, hey, are you being drug tested? Right? Because they want to be so buddy-buddy with these dudes. Right? I don't give a fuck about your interview. Bro, like, if you get mad because I asked you a question that the boxing fans want to know, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your interview then. Right? That's straight up. I jumped on Crawford on Twitter while on the Twitter. He needed to make in the fight, and EBU The EBU welterweight champ, David Evans, need a dance partner. Just fight, damn it. Yeah, bro. Man. Oh no, but he been elevated to super champion though, so I think he's going after. I think he gonna probably fuck around and drop weight and go after fucking Taylor or some shit, man. This shit, bro. Like I don't know what Crawford is gonna do, man, because at this point he should already know that he's not gonna get this fight if he's not signing with the PBC. He should get it through his head. Al Heyman ain't fucking with you. I've been asking the question in the comments, get nothing but hate. Yeah, bro. Man, look, of course you're going to get hate. Man, I mean, the Earl sexuals, they don't want to hear shit like this. Right? Right? Because they want, they God to get a knockout. They need him to get a knockout. They are praying for a knockout. Terrence Bud Crawford came to 147 and been wrecking shit. Think about, man, this dude came from a lower weight class, came up, and he's wrecking shit. And he getting VADA tested. And he wrecking shit. Meanwhile, Earl Spence Jr. is going life and death with fighters like Sean Porter. It's barely, man, he got to keep Mikey Garcia at a distance. He can't even stop little old Mikey. Think about this shit. And oh yeah, bro. Man, look, of course they gonna care. And think about this shit. It all started when he started getting VADA drug tested. That's highly suspicious to me. I don't give a fuck with nobody. Timing is everything to me. Timing everything. Timing is everything. And when he had to go through a nice full VADA testing with the Mikey, you seen what happened. He couldn't even, muster up the power to even wobble Mikey. To even have Mikey, seriously hurt. To even have Mikey take a knee. And that proved everything to me. I'm like, yeah, something is up with this dude. Everybody been saying that, that something is up with him. But, I didn't want to accuse him. But this fight right here is just, it's the writing on the wall. Like, because I was expecting him to go in there and beat the fuck out of Mikey and stop him. Right, within 6 rounds. But it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. So, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, y'all. But I appreciate everybody for coming through the chat. Man, I got to run some errands this morning. So I appreciate every one of y'all, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, man. So I can get, in the algorithm like everybody else, man. Because I be seeing people, demanding people to hit the like. Nah, bro. Like, if you're going to hit the like button, just hit the like button. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, like, y'all got to understand, boxing is like a big brother, nothing but, yeah, bro. Like, boxing is crazy. Boxing is crazy at this point, because it's like, when it come down to a certain fighter, everybody worried about PEDs, right? Everybody worried about PEDs when it come down to a certain fighter. PEDs. Like, some of y'all in the chat, y'all probably don't like to hear me talk about Canelo. But, I mean, come on. If it was anybody else, we'd be talking about it. I'm just holding everybody accountable. That's it. You see how you see how I just broke down the Manny Pacquiao situation. Yes, Manny Pacquiao got fucked over. Yes, they cheated Manny Pacquiao. They fucked him over. Yes, they did. But Manny Pacquiao put himself in that position to get fucked over. Why? Because he should have took the motherfucking Saudi Arabia money, that $20 million, went over there and fought Terrence Bud Crawford and passed the torch to Terrence Bud Crawford. That's what he should have did. But let me think about this too. He probably couldn't. Right? Pacquiao probably couldn't because he's on the PBC. He was on the PBC at that time. Damn, this is crazy, y'all. So he probably couldn't. Because we know how Al worked. Right? We already know how Al get down. So Manny Pacquiao probably did want to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. But he couldn't. Right? Because there's something in that contract with the PBC. It's something in that contract. It's something. It's some kind of fine detail in there. It's something. Right? Because what did Sean Porter do after he fought Crawford? He retired. He left the PBC. He retired. And from what I was, seeing, he had on Matchroom boxing shirts. So that means he was fucking with Eddie Hearn. This is, bro, like they probably fucked over Manny. Now that you think, now that I think about it, they probably fucked over Manny Pacquiao in all ways. Right? He didn't have nowhere to go. He couldn't go nowhere. He was stuck. It was either fight Earl, fight Ugas, right? Or go and fight Terrence Bud Crawford and we sue the fuck out of you. Right? Go and fight Terrence Bud Crawford for that $20 million. Yep, and we gonna sue you for 40, 50. Right? Because you breached contract. Come on, man. This shit is crazy. Oh my God, bro. Damn it, you're on point, cuz killing them with. Bro, like this shit is crazy, Emmanuel. Yeah, man. You got, damn. That's a hell of a chess move. I mean, for real, damn, Al, damn, Al. Right? So Manny Pacquiao probably did want that $20 million. Probably wanted to go over there and fight. And he went to Al, and Al and them, they telling him like, hey, bro, you can't do nothing. Look at this in the contract. Right? Because we know that Pacquiao don't read contracts, very well, right? Right? Because he got into some shit with Top Rank, remember? Right? They had some, some fine print on him. So Al Hammond just did the same thing. Fine print, he not gonna read that, right? And that's the most important thing in the whole contract. In the fine print is the most important shit. Exactly, man. But Al be having these dudes by the balls, bro. That shit is crazy. Damn, man. And when you think about it, it's like they set up Pacquiao to get his name, and at the same time, he couldn't go nowhere to try to make more money. So he just was stuck. It was either fight this last fight and get the fuck out of this contract, or you just going to be stuck, owing us one fight. Right? So that's why Manny Pacquiao, he like, fuck it. All right, just take the fight, get my ass up out of here. Bro, like boxing is fucked up, y'all. It's fucked up. Man, but I want y'all to think about that one, though. Think about that one. Earl Spence Jr. and them talking about PED tests. All these channels, PED. They distracting you. Right? Meanwhile, 2 weeks before the fight, Earl Spence Jr. get pulled out. Nobody talking about Ugas, right, on PEDs, right? He could have cycled off. He could still be strong. He could have took all the benefits from the PEDs and he cycled off, right? Bam. They replace a southpaw with an orthodox counterpuncher. They replace a shout out to Iron Cone. Like, what up, brother? They replace a come forward, pressure fighter with a counterpuncher, orthodox fighter, southpaw, but with a counterpuncher, orthodox fighter who haven't been, properly VADA tested. Right? Put him up in there with Manny Pacquiao, and then Manny Pacquiao lose just to try to build up his name, Ugas' name. Right? Just to try to build up his name a little bit, right? Because it's like, fuck Manny Pacquiao, right? And he's 40, he 42, 41? Fuck him. Right? And y'all don't think Floyd had nothing to do with that? Of course Floyd had something to do with that. Of course Floyd had some input in that. Of course Floyd Mayweather, did something. Of course. Did I see him do it? Did I hear about him? No, but shit, I know Floyd. I know Floyd. Right? And I know Al. And they fucked over Pacquiao. And nobody don't care. Of course nobody don't care. Of course nobody don't care. Right? Just like nobody's going to care about Ugas, who about to get fucked over too. Right? But you put yourself in this position, Ugas, right? Because you trust in the PBC. You think that they got your back. Oh, yeah, made him an Al. Yeah. You're not beating Texas, Ugas. What you got to understand, Ugas, you're not beating Texas, Ugas. You're not beating Texas. They need that money out of Texas, Ugas. You're not beating that. So you're going to have the judges, the referee. Everybody in that fight is going to be against you, Ugas. So you better juice up to the best of your fucking ability, right? Because it's obvious that both of y'all own the shit. It's obvious both of y'all, power up. It's obvious that both of y'all eating y'all spinach, right? Both of y'all. So, congratulations to the best, like steroid cheat, I guess. Yeah, but Floyd knows all about matchups. Exactly. Conte is a snake. My second degree is chemistry. He couldn't pour a glass of water for me even if I ran tests on it. Exactly, bro. Man, but Conte, he know about what's going on though, Punch Quote. That's why you feel what I'm saying? Like, you see how he exposed the Mario Barrios and them thing, and then they all of a sudden they both got into VADA. They both, they both mysteriously got into VADA. In VADA after Victor Conte tweeted about it. Oh shit, they got into VADA. All of a sudden, it's like, damn. So you need somebody to blast y'all out, right? You need somebody to blast y'all for y'all to announce some shit, right? For y'all to get it going. But, bro, it's the writing is on the wall, y'all. The writing is on the wall. Both of these guys are going to be juiced up to the gills, right? And it's about who taking the best, the best supplement. That's what it probably all boils down to, who taking the best shit. That's probably what it all boils down to at this point, right? Because ain't nobody asking no questions. Certain, except for me and a few other channels, ain't nobody asking no questions like that. And don't nobody really care, right? Especially the Earl-sexuals. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They need him to have a knockout. He haven't had a knockout in, 4, 5 years. They need that man to knock out somebody. Right? They need him to do something. Period. They need it. They praying. They like, please, Lord, on April 16th, please just let him just knock down Ugas 1-2 times. Please let him do something to Udenis Ugas so we can have some kind of bragging rights, to the Terrence Crawford fans, right? So we can say something to him, right? Because at this point, shit, our boy is looking weak as fuck, looking like he's scared and weak. This is what they praying, right? Because ever since Crawford got there, he been wrecking shit. Tall, big, small, athletic, bullies, whatever. Good jab, counter puncher. It don't matter what the fuck. He wrecking your ass. Nobody has made it to the final bell at 147 with Terrence Bud Crawford. Haters can say what they want to say. Nobody has made it to the final bell. Period. The closest one was Jose Benavidez. Stopped his ass with like 20 seconds left. Come on, bro. That's elite shit. 20 seconds left. Try something new. Right uppercut. Boom. He's down. Fight over. Sounds like you got it narrowed down. Dirty left, like I just be going into, I try to think how they, I'm trying to think how Al, because I know that Al is a crook. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm just like, they will do anything. They would do anything. Sean would have made it to the bell, but Bomac opened his mouth. Yeah, bro. Yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying? But Bomac, but actually, Punch Quote, that wasn't even Bomac. That was Dre. That was Shakur. That was Shakur Stevenson in the corner. That was Shakur. Shakur had told Terrence Bud Crawford that Andre Ward had him down. And he like, how? He like, how Andre Ward got me down? He like, bro, he got you down. He like, okay. And then, the switch, just how could you do that? Instantly. Like, boop, okay, Sean, you my boy, but I got to at least drop you one time. You feel what I'm saying? Once or twice, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I got to do something, bro, because I can't just let you just, because people thinking I'm losing this fight. Click, boom, stop. 10th round. Same round he got the word. Same round he stops a man. So that means in my head, he could have did it in any round. He could have did it in any round. Turned it up and pummeled Sean Porter. And Sean Porter, he probably knew that. You know what I'm saying? So, Sean Porter, he just wanted to go 12 with Crawford, right? He wanted to be the first welterweight to go 12 with Crawford. That was Sean Porter's goal. He wasn't trying to win, none. He wanted to go 12. He wanted to make it to the final bell. But, Ward sent in the word because Ward probably was looking on the outside like, what the fuck is he doing? Right? I know he can stop this. What the fuck are you doing? Crawford, what you doing? This dude, homie, he looking at Sean Porter as too much of a friend, bro, and they gonna rob his ass. He don't even know it. Right? And they gonna rob his ass. Hey, man. Shakur, bring your ass here. Shakur, come here. Hey, man, go and tell that motherfucker he down. Man, that I got his ass down, homie. I got him down by 3 rounds. Fuck it. Man, he down by 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Man, like the motherfucking fight is 5-3, 5-4 Crawford. Man, you better get your ass up in there. 6-4 Crawford. I got your ass losing by 2 rounds. You better do something. Right? And Crawford like, oh, fuck that. Right? Because he thought back to the what? What did Crawford think back to? The amateurs. Right? He thought back to that. Oh, hell yeah, they can cheat me even though I win the fight. Yes. Yes, they can cheat your ass even though you clearly win. It don't matter. I just thought about that. Shakur trains with Ward and Crawford. I see what you're saying. No, yeah, no, but yeah, bro. Because you know that Andre Ward was announcing the fight. You know, Andre Ward was announcing. So he seen Shakur right there in the corner. He probably like, bring your ass here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, tell this motherfucker, man, I don't know what this motherfucker doing. Man, you feel what I'm saying? But it's time to be friends and it's time to get your ass up in there and whoop some ass. Hey, check this out. Tell that motherfucker I got him down, even though Andre Ward probably didn't even have him down. He like, just tell his ass I got him down because he know that Terrence Bud Crawford is going to listen. Right? He already know Crawford is going to listen to what he got to say. Right? Because Crawford look up to Ward. He already know. Oh, shit, Ward got me down. Oh, shit. I got to do something quick. Right? And that's what happened. Same round. Stop. And then Kenny Porter like, uh-oh. Wave towel. White towel. Sean, get your ass out of here, Sean, man. Sean, check this out. I'll talk to you in the morning at breakfast, bro. Right, like while we about to go to the bank, man, look, and go and cash that $4 million check, bro. That's when we conversate. You feel what I'm saying? Or either you could have been in the hospital, right? Like sipping through a straw. What you wanted to do. You make a choice, right? You could have, bro, I got to save you from yourself because you got a big heart. I know you would have kept on going, Sean. Sean would have kept on going, you guys. Let's just keep it a buck. Sean would have kept on going, and Sean would have been destroyed in there, right? Because Crawford wasn't going to stop. So his daddy like, hey, white towel, I see you at breakfast in the morning, nigga. We gonna go and drive these 2 Lambos to the bank. You feel what I'm saying, man? Because I want my money, nigga. You feel me? I want my cash. Shit, I'm K. Diddy, baby. I need mine. Shit, you see how these suits be? Man, you feel what I'm saying? Like, man, shit, I got to get my shit tailor-made. So it's like, bruh, give me mine. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be happy. Shit, like once you see your kids and your wife and you feel what I'm saying, you just gotta, you just got a couple of dings and all that. Hey, bro, you would be fine. You will get over it. And what happened? A couple days later, he got Terrence Bud. He got Terrence Bud Crawford on the podcast, and they chopping it up. Come on. Do you think they would have been chopping it up if he would have put Sean Porter in the fucking hospital? Huh? Do y'all actually think that they would have been, conversating if Sean Porter would have been sipping through a fucking straw? Huh? Hell no. No, they wouldn't. So that was the best move for everybody involved. The best move so they can keep so they can keep some kind of, bond for real. So yeah, you guys, man, I'm just going to leave it at that though, man. But I hope y'all get it. I hope y'all really get it. I hope y'all really get it, man. That Al Heyman and the PBC, they some slick motherfuckers. They some slick motherfuckers. Like they have you looking at the left hand the whole time. They doing some other shit with the right. Some whole other shit with the right hand. So Hey, y'all, it is what it is, man. And both of these fighters should be juiced up to the gills. So it should be a, like kind of an interesting fight. You feel what I'm saying? And it's all about who got the best shit, I guess. Shit at this point, right? Because shit, it ain't no VADA testing. There's no VADA testing, according to Victor Conte, too. You know what I'm saying? No VADA testing. So, hey, it is what it is, you guys. But subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. This is OdeeLoccSportsInfo. I'm gone, you guys.